Did you ever buy a lamp, bring it home in the box, put it in your closet, and never open it or ever use it? Well, Jesus uses an analogy in the scriptures to do the same kind of thing, to illustrate the fact that you have a lamp, you don't put it under a bushel basket, but you let it shine. Now, Jesus is the light of the world. He is our light. He came here to dispel the darkness, and He alone knows how much darkness there is in our world today. Our world is full of darkness. And what is darkness? Darkness is the work of Satan. Darkness is the work of evil. Lucifer was once the brightest of all the angels, but he was too big for his britches and decided he wanted to be like God or be as God. So he turned against God in his pride and his desire for control and power. And then he chose darkness. And now he is the prince of darkness. And his whole goal in his existence is to just keep us from God. So anytime we can get distracted, the happier he is. But Jesus came to show us that we do not have to give into darkness, that He is our light, He is our salvation, and He is the way, the truth, and the life to our final existence in eternity for heaven. But it's a choice. We do not have to accept the light. We can be those little lamps in a closet, in a box, and we can just sit there and enjoy the darkness. Or we can be the light and let that light shine into the darkness and dispel it. Now you say, how am I going to do anything to shed the light in the world? Well, we all have different gifts. We all have different talents. And God expects us to use those gifts and talents for His greater honor and glory. Not all of us are created equal in the sense of gifts and talents. Some of us are only going to be 5-watt bulbs. And some of us will be magnificent and be 100-watt bulbs. But it doesn't matter whether you're a 5-watt bulb or a 100-watt bulb. You are going to use that energy that you have, which is the graces and the gift of God, to spread the light to others, to dispel that darkness, to tell the devil to go to hell and stay there and leave you alone. Christ is our light, and He wants us to be that light. And we become that light when we become transformed into His image. We have to let Him change us. We have to let Him mold us and form us and conform us into the image that the Father had for us. And that's an image of love, of goodness, of tenderness, of forgiveness, of mercy. These are all virtues that God asks us to share with one another. And when we do, we can dispel that darkness. We can tell the devil to get out of our lives. We have got to be the light, because there is only one little candle that can light up the whole night. And if we're only that one little candle, we have a job to do. We have to light up the light around us. And we have to give the world and our environment who He is and His love for us. So, if you're called to be a 5-watt light bulb, burn as bright as you can be. And if you're called to be a 100-watt light bulb, do not squander your gifts or your talents, and give it all to God. Because when you do, He will transform you, and when people see you, they will see the light, which is the love of our Father, Son, and Spirit. So, embrace the light of the world.